On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd. Happy October 3rd day, everyone, aka Mean Girls Day, aka spooky season, aka Halloween time. I'm a mouse, duh. I feel like I'm gonna be doing a lot of regular videos just in cosplay because if you guys don't know, I have an ASMR channel where I'm literally like always dressing up over there. It's literally my favorite channel ever. Like, no offense to this channel. This is my baby. Well, actually, I have an actual baby now. Should I stop saying that? Because I do not care about my YouTube channel the same way I care about my actual baby. I have a baby. I'm a mom. So basically, this channel has turned into a mom channel lately. And again, if you're like not into this content, I am so sorry. Like, I will go back to cooking videos when I can, like, you know, sit up straight from a C-section. So while I'm still going through this whole mom journey, because technically I'm in the 4th trimester, and yeah, I didn't know there was a 4th trimester. Did you? Well, there is. And let me tell you, that 4th trimester is a lot harder than all 3 trimesters combined for me, personally. As always, whenever I talk about my pregnancy or my birth or my daughter or being a mom, this is just my experience. Obviously, every single mom is different. Every single journey is different. And in no way are these ever meant to scare you. Because let me tell you, everyone tries to scare you while you're pregnant, while you're, you know, gonna give birth, while you have the baby. Oh, and it's always the just you wait, just you wait. We talked about that before. Like, just you wait till this stage and just you wait till that stage. And it all comes and you deal with it, and like your maternal instinct kicks in and you just figure it out. That's what everyone does. Anyone who says different is lying, because every new parent just doesn't know what they're doing, really. And that's why we have people in our lives. That's why we have Google. That's why we have mothers and grandmothers and fathers and just parental figures all around, okay? We figure it out as we go because it takes a village. Okay, so, and it's really great, by the way. Pregnancy was really great. Labor and delivery was very painful and it was very stressful, but it was amazing and I can't wait to do it again. And being a new mom, it's not easy, but it is the best thing I've ever done. So let's get into the things that I kind of wish I would have known in my 4th trimester, I guess you could say. I did make some notes because, like, you know, mommy brain, things I didn't expect after childbirth, more specifically, like that I didn't know or I didn't realize the severity of it, because I would pass by a lot of it. People would talk about the 4th trimester like on TikTok or something, and it just seemed like, again, they seemed like they were like coming from a place of like fear and like it's awful. And again, it's not awful, but there's just a lot that I didn't know. And the very first thing, okay, this is all gonna be TMI, so clearly if you're uncomfortable with, you know, the cis female body parts and reproductive system, then you don't want to watch this. But bleeding, everyone's like, oh my god, it must be so great to be pregnant and not have your period for, you know, 9 months. Yeah, it's great, but then you bleed for 3 months or 2 months or however many, because I don't know, I'm 3 weeks postpartum and I'm still gushing out blood as if it's the first day of my period. And let me tell you, I wear adult diapers. I've been wearing Depends and I actually really enjoy them. And I might actually consider wearing them like once I get my menstrual cycle back. And I'm praying for my menstrual cycle back because I want to get pregnant again. And yes, I know everyone's like, you have to wait 6 months to a year to 2 years to get pregnant after C-section. We're talking with our doctors. We're evaluating the scar situation. We're not crazy, okay? We're not just like going back at it. We can't go back at it because why? Because I am the Mount Everest Kool-Aid man right now, okay? Like, it's just, it's bleeding red, and you know Moses is no stranger to parting a Red Sea, but just there's a reason my daughter's not in this room. She's off in a little nap right now, and I'm just getting a little bit of that mommy juice time, that mommy juice flowing. Not drinking. I had sugar drinks that I didn't have while I was pregnant because like everyone was trying to scare me too, like, be careful of gestational diabetes. Like, yeah, be careful, but also like it's kind of genetic. It's kind of the way your body processes sugar and not necessarily with how much sugar you eat. Anyways, it's something that you may not be able to avoid. There's people who are like super healthy and fit that get gestational diabetes. So anyways, that's a whole other thing. I did not have it in my pregnancy, but everyone was like, you're gonna have it. And then people were still convinced that I had it even when I said I didn't, so I don't know. But yeah, when I drink like sugary drinks, I've been doing a Sprite cranberry apple juice combo. I'm just like on another planet right now. And I got that drink the night of my C-section. That's all I could have. First started with ice chips, and then they got me this little mocktail, and it was amazing. Let me know if I should do an ASMR of night nurses coming in, because they're like, I got a little mocktail. There's a guy on TikTok that does it, and it's so accurate, like so scary accurate. So you bleed, the way I bleed, you bleed a lot, like the night of, and I had C-section. So I guess this goes for a C-section. I did push, but I guess it's just, you know, I didn't know. I still don't really know the science of it. Why so much blood? Is it like it was building up, like you don't have a period for 9 months, so it's like building up and now it's like a rush? Or is it still like stuff? I don't, like, why are we losing so much blood? Because I'll tell you what, I do get a little lightheaded, hence why I'm drinking sugary drinks, because I made a thing in my head after birth, like I'm going to cut back on sugar, not really carbs and stuff like that, but just cut back on sugar, which is sometimes carbs, pasta specifically. And I love my pasta, but I have not had pasta since giving birth, and like I don't really miss it because that's going to go into my number 2 point. But yeah, like the sugary drinks just kind of help me stay a little more like level-headed, because I'm telling you, I can get a little lightheaded from the loss of blood. Like, that's not a joke. But yeah, Get Depends. They're super absorbent. But the first night in the hospital, second night in the hospital, like they literally give you like a little squeezy bottle so you can like bidet yourself, because it's just like a lot happening. There's a lot. I want to say they might have even like helped me, whatever. Maybe not wipe, but just they were definitely in there, up close and personal. God bless nurses, night nurses, labor and delivery nurses. Like they're the real MVPs. I mean, you're all up in people's business, checking, you know, dilation, all that stuff like that. We did thank you cards for our nurses, and there was plenty of nurses. I only brought 4 cards, but there was a lot of nurses, and honestly, they all deserved Starbucks gift cards. Actually, I deserved a lot more, but I just didn't know the appropriate thing. Like, I didn't want to just stuff some cash in there. They said to do Starbucks. I looked it up online to do Starbucks for your nurses. But going into number 2, which was talking about the pastas, is loss of appetite. Okay, now I know there's other people who say they actually like increase appetite, like they're super hungry after they've given birth. Well, let me make one thing clear. Right after I gave birth, I really wanted a meal. Guess what? After a C-section, like you can't eat for 10 hours. I don't know if it's anesthesia or what, but I was like, I hadn't eaten for 24 hours because I didn't eat before going into labor. And then my water broke at 5 a.m. So like I didn't eat from 5 a.m. to literally like 8 a.m. the next day. It's really hard for someone who was just pregnant and eating all the time. So I just, not only did I have like lost appetite, I lost my taste buds. We had like a Tombstone pizza, and it tastes like kind of like blood to me. I was like, it tastes like blood. Then we had like these potato cheesy taquitos that I was like so obsessed with during my pregnancy. And I ate that, and I loved these. They were like my favorite thing. I did cooking videos on them, all stuff like that. It tasted like sand. And everything kind of tasted like sand or glue. It was really weird, and it still kind of does. I feel like I'm kind of getting it back, but literally like nothing sounds good. And then when I do eat, I get full easily. Like I truly, truly do. I don't know if it's still because I have some buildup in I carried really high while I was pregnant, so it made it impossible to eat more than 3 bites of anything. I can make a big lasagna and maybe have half of that lasagna, like half of a piece of lasagna. Same thing with pizza. We order a big pizza. I can maybe have 1.5 slices of pizza. Before pregnancy, I could literally eat 8 slices of a Domino's pizza. We don't get Domino's anymore because it doesn't hit. But then the other day on my YouTube channel, I was trying foods that I really missed during pregnancy, which was like 7-Eleven food, which I was like obsessed with 7-Eleven food. And a lot of you guys might be saying like, everyone hates 7-Eleven food. No, I loved it. And their taquitos, I loved. Diet Coke, I loved. I had it. And it seriously, like, I could not, it tasted like battery acid. The Diet Coke tasted like battery acid. And I was like, what is going on? And it's like a little scary because nothing tastes good. I don't really enjoy the food. Like I get quesadillas and this Mexican rice at our favorite little place here. And it's like good, but it's not like, you know what I mean? And as someone who like loves food and enjoys food so much, it's really disappointing. And I don't know like if I'm gonna get my appetite back or my taste buds back. And my husband really tries to feed me actually, because I think he's like a little worried, because I think he thinks it's maybe, I don't want to speak for him, but you know, maybe like I'm trying to like lose weight and look good, because I am trying to lose weight, which is like, this is good for me losing weight. Like I don't have an appetite, truly. But I think in his head, he might be thinking like, oh, she's trying to like lose weight too quickly. I don't know. Again, I don't want to speak for him, but that's like me thinking, which you shouldn't do. You shouldn't think for someone else. But you know what I mean? Because he always tries to like give me something like in the morning, like a muffin, which can I say has helped. He makes sure I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because if it were up to me, I would be eating like 1 baked potato a day, and that's it, because I truly don't want to eat anything. But I do start my day off with a muffin, which is a sugar. Okay, contradicted. Contradictions with Trish. Number 1582. So he does give me a muffin, which kind of starts my day. And like I said, it kind of goes with the loss of blood, but we haven't had those in a week or two, or about a week. So, okay. And then at lunchtime, like we'll have some like chicken or some protein or something, because once again, like I don't really crave much, and then he doesn't crave pastas and stuff. He's always been a meat person, so he probably loves the pasta freak. And then at dinner, we usually order food, which I don't love to do anyways, because like it gets cold. And so like, I don't know, sometimes I'll just have like rice or something. Like I'll get like a meal, like a kung pao chicken, but I just eat the rice. I don't know like what it is, but I'm still on my prenatals, which someone recommended that I should, my doctor said I should stay on them for like a couple months. Someone's like, you should stay on them until you get pregnant again. And like, yeah, absolutely, because my body needs those vitamins. So I think I'll just stay on prenatals for the rest of my life, because I used to take prenatals before I was even trying to get pregnant, and it did wonders for my skin and my hair. So I keep going with those. But I have been craving, like, not craving, but I do enjoy steak. While I was like pregnant, I could not look at red meat, but I needed the red meat because it has iron. And I need that now because like, you know, I was a little iron deficient during my pregnancy, and it's still kind of that way. So like, I'm glad I'm eating some red meat now. And I do put some teriyaki sauce, and it is actually pretty good, but not amazing. But yeah, loss of appetite is something that I would not expect. But with the loss of appetite is the increase in sex drive. Oh my God. I don't know if it's like, I don't have a belly anymore, so now we get like cuddle time and like the pheromones are there, and you're just like, yes. Because like, I tell you what, a pregnancy pillow will kill your sex life so quickly. Like, you know, a big belly, you can only go one position, or I'll speak for myself, I can only go one position. At 250 pounds, I was just like, and again, no shade, I was sexy at 250 pounds. That's like no shade, but for me personally, and my giant belly, I could only go to the side, which I don't mind because I like being a little seat, like a little cushion, a little seat, and pushing it back. It's very comfy. But, you know, like I like to spice it up and stuff like that. But like, again, with a belly, there's only one position, like I was saying, one position B. And then towards the very end, I swear I was like, it's like, this might be way too TMI, but like, I swear like pee would just like come out or like discharge or something like that, and I just like wasn't feeling the mood. Now my hubby will be down for anything, anytime, anywhere, any color, any whatever comes out, you know. It's like, it comes out, it's just part of it's the nature of the mouse. But like, for me personally, I was getting a little self-conscious even to be in the same bed as him. I was like, I could like, it wasn't smelly, but like it just was like, you know what I mean? You just thought like, I just felt like there was like pee, and I don't know what it was. I was always like wiping really good and stuff. And yeah, so like the last couple weeks of pregnancy, sex life non-existent. So I don't know if it was like lack of that. I don't know if it was like, if it's because I can't right now, so I'm just like, or if it's all the hormones, but everything in me is just like, I want to jump his bones. And we've been cuddling so much, like, you know, all that stuff like that. And I'm just like, I really want to. And obviously they say you shouldn't have sex 6 weeks postpartum. So we have a little bit ways to go, and it's really annoying. However, his birthday is 6 weeks and 2 days postpartum, so I cannot wait for that. Hopefully, if I'm not still bleeding, because again, I just don't know what kind of bleeding this is. It's very different than, but if I'm being real, okay, and my fellow people who experience periods, you know, like I don't love period sex anymore. I don't know, maybe because I'm married, so you can get it so often, but like, I just, you know, I want to just like take a break. I feel like my period's like a little vacation. And look, not to say I don't get wound up and like freaky, but it just kind of adds to the buildup for when you do. I can't wait for when we do. Because I'm telling you, my have been very bouncy and buoyant. And my hubby be always giving me compliments when he's like, okay. Even in my diaper, he's like, okay, I see you. Look at those, you know. Okay, that's been the one great thing about pregnancy is like, you know. Everything kind of bloated, and these kind of stayed for the moment, so hopefully they stay for, you know, for his birthday at least, because then I can just, you know, get on top and get that exercise going, because I really do miss that so much. And yeah, I think it's also like, you just like, this kind of goes into like my next point, like things I wish I would have known post-birth is like how much like you like look at your partner and respect and love them, and you're so into them 20,000 times more. Like I would say our relationship started out kind of toxic. okay, if you could call it a relationship. We had a very toxic start to our friendship, to our meeting, to our union, and it got toxic, okay? But then we started dating and everything changed. We were committed, we were monogamous, everything changed. I was still a little skeptical because I don't trust any men at that point. I was like, all men are pigs. I don't trust you. And you like, just, you know, no, I don't trust you. But I'm gonna date you because I really like you, but I don't trust you. And then when we got engaged and bought a house, I was like, you know what? I'm like, we're in. We worked hard at therapy. We worked hard on ourselves. I had to work really hard on myself. And then we were like committed. We get married and things are even more magical. Like we lived together, we lived together for a year before we married, but it just became so much more magical. He treated me like an absolute princess that whole year. And then, yeah, and then when we had this baby, our little precious Malibu, the way he looks at her. I just did a whole little vlog on this, and but I'm gonna say it again, like just the way he is. Like I didn't know what love was before my daughter, or truly before my daughter, because I loved my husband, and you know, we got along so great. We had a spark, and you know, I felt this connection, and you feel this really deep connection, and you're like, you know, I love you, and all the stuff he did for me and stuff like that. I was like, I love this person. But then when my daughter came along, I realized love isn't like loving someone for what they do or who they are. It's really like loving their being and their soul. And seeing him just be with her, I look at him in totally different eyes. And I'm like, this being is beautiful. Like, I respect this being so much. Like, how could I have ever fought with this person or had any issue with this person? Because I could see the soul, and I like loved his soul. The minute I saw my child, my daughter, I was just like, this is what love is. I never knew how to love before, but as soon as I felt the being, the soul, the connection, I was like, this is like love. And I could start to truly love the people in my life in such a different way, and I respected people in my life in such a different way, and I could love strangers in such a different way. Like it's really remarkable. So you just build this love, or this love just kind of explodes. You don't even build it. It just becomes something so great for your partner. You know, obviously your child is the love of your life. I mean, that's the purest form of you that you have to protect at all costs. But you know, your partner, your spouse, your significant other, the other parental figure in this child's life, like you just have this like overwhelming love where I just like would cry like looking at him and just being like, you are beautiful. You're this beautiful being. And I didn't expect all that. Let me tell you that. Like I was just like, I still am. I'm beside myself every time I see him. I'm just like, look at him with just, it's like cartoon eyes, the heart eye emoji, all of it. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So those were my 4 things that I did not expect after childbirth. You know, I feel really good. I did a mental health check over on my vlog channel and with you guys. I do it with my therapist once a week, but I thought I would do a little mental health check with you guys because there have been overwhelming times, and I talk about it in that vlog. So if you guys want to check it out, we have a Paytas Hackman family channel. But yeah, anyways, I love you guys. I know I'm dressed as a mouse, so it's kind of hard to take me seriously, but truly, truly, truly love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support on all the videos and for being a new mom. It's really meant the world to me. I say it every video, but I truly, truly am so thankful. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below, or comment down below. Let's not scare anyone, but what you didn't expect in the 4th trimester, postpartum, after childbirth. Because there's a lot, and obviously everyone has such different experiences. So I would love to know, because this birth could be totally different for my 2nd birth. You know, I hear that all the time. So let's be positive, but let's share our experiences if you're comfortable. I know it really helps me when I read other people's comments or just see their videos or whatever. So yeah. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.